Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by if you're new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. My name's Crystal and today we're going to go through the top 10 eyeshadow palettes that I would keep if I could only keep 10 for the rest of my life, which is kind of a bit scary, but at the same time I'm going through a life transformation where I kind of only ever want to have a max of 10 ever, and the fact that I have more than 10 kind of scares me a bit. So I think this is a really good video to introduce my kind of life condensing, minimalizing journey. I did kind of go on a bit of one of these last year, but I want to continue that and I'm going to have a new life perspective on it. So I thought I would start with this, which is kind of the first goal in terms of reducing stuff in my life. So if you guys like this kind of content, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I upload every Saturday at 6 AM Melbourne time, and I do try to chuck in a few extra ones every now and then, but time is a bit restrictive for me at the moment, so please bear with me with my uploads, but definitely make sure you keep your eye out for those when they do come out on a Saturday, because I do a lot of makeup and commentary content on my channel. So if you like that stuff, definitely stick around, but I will stop babbling and let's get straight into the video. Now this is in no particular order, I'm literally just grabbing and showing you guys. I'm going to try and keep this video relatively concise and straight to the point because I hate videos that go too long talking about this stuff. But the first one that I want to talk about is the Sultry Palette from Anastasia. Now I'm pretty sure this was limited edition, so I really hate that I'm talking about this on my channel, but realistically this is probably one that I would keep versus others. So this is what she looks like. Now this is more of a cool toned, sultry, smoky kind of palette, and I love that. I love that for my kind of hair color. I'm darker and I just think that that looks really good on me. I am very, very fair at the moment. I'm normally fake tanned, but I am fair at the moment. So something like this is probably a bit too strong for me based off my skin tone being a bit more pinky based versus yellowy based or olive tone based. So I do love this for when I'm fake tanned. There are a few shades in here that I would use for when I'm fair, but yeah, I just love this palette. I love the quality, I love the packaging, I love the shades. It's just all around a good palette. Next up is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This has been around forever. I like kind of squealed when this first came out. I thought this was the most beautiful thing ever. Like the packaging is lovely. It's that thick cardboard with the magnets inside. Big mirror, and it looks like this. There's some really unique shades in there which I love. There's some purples, there's some burnt oranges, some reds, some really nice glitters in there as well, some that are chunkier than others, and I definitely think this is a well-rounded palette. I love my makeup looks. Every single time I use this palette I think to myself like, wow, you've done a really good job, because there are days, even as a makeup artist, there are days when your makeup just looks absolutely terrible, but there's something about this palette, something about this formula, the way that it is cohesively, the color story that it's telling cohesively, if that makes sense. It just makes your eyeshadows look beautiful every single time. So I don't have enough amazing things to say about this palette, and I would struggle without it in my life, that's for sure. Now these two are kind of dupes of one another, and I think because because I love one or the other so much, I just don't think I could go without. I prefer the size of this one, but I like the price and the formula of this one. Like they're both really good. The Huda Beauty one is a bit more dry, so it's the Huda Beauty Nude Medium palette that we'll talk about first. Absolutely stunning packaging there. Huda knows how to do packaging. If there's one thing that she knows how to do well, it's definitely packaging. Now she looks like this. There's a lot of mattes in here, but then there's a couple of shimmers. There's 4 shimmers, 5 mattes, so you've got your grand total of 9 pans, and honestly you can get everyday kind of looks, nighttime looks, day to night looks, like anything that you need, it is here. The only thing that it is lacking in my eyes is an inner corner highlight. That's a personal opinion. There is a gold in there that you could use. I would switch out this darker shade just here for an inner corner highlight, but that's just personal opinion. I do otherwise think this is a great palette, really sturdy plastic, so it's not going anywhere either. And then the other one is by Colourpop. It is the Give It To Me Straight palette. Looks like this. I don't even know if they still make this. Colourpop like smashes through their makeup so quickly. I don't even know anymore. So if they don't make this, I'm so sorry, but it is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nude Mediums if that's what you're looking at. So again, a lot of those burnt oranges, you've got some deeper plums in there, you've got 2 beautiful shimmers up here. I love them, one for the lid and one for the inner corner. I think that they are stunning. stunning. It's just an all-round beautiful palette. You've got beautiful transition shades. You've got your really dark brown down here. I just think that it's just a really nice palette. I don't really know what else to say. It's just stunning. I love the makeup looks that come out of this palette for me as well. So just can't live without it. Now the next two are both by Anastasia Beverly Hills, so I'll just do them together. It's the Amreezy Palette, which again, limited edition, sorry, and the Soft Glam palette as well. So we'll do the Amreezy first. Beautiful pink packaging. You get 2 additional shades in this one versus an everyday regular purchase that's not a limited edition, and she looks like this. She's massive. She's got lots of pinks in there. You've got glitters, you've got mattes, you've got shimmers. You've got this absolutely stunning blue that I really want to use one day. I just don't get around to it because I'm such a neutral girl. I just don't get around to it. It is stunning though, and it is that blue and this pink here called Reezy that makes me want to keep this palette because it is just so beautiful. Like, the pinks are very unique. Some of these shades I'm pretty sure I could have in this one here, in the Soft Glam. I think there is some duplicates, but I just all around love this palette. I think it's beautiful, and it's pink. It's beautiful packaging. It's pink. It's lovely. Like, what else can you say about it, really? Now this is Soft Glam, oldie but a goodie. Everybody's heard about this. Everybody knows about this. It will always be around. It won't go anywhere. She looks like this. Beautiful, beautiful bridal palette. Super, super pigmented. Beautiful flush of shades. You've got really deep shades down here, your mulberries, your blacks, your browns, your burnt oranges. Then you go into your lighter shades where you've got your softer pinks. You've got your shimmers up here with your goldy tones. You've got your whites. You've got your rosy tones over here. You honestly, you can't go wrong with this palette. Probably, personally, if I had to choose between this and Modern Renaissance, I think that was the other one that came out roughly at the same time. This is my favorite out of the two. Modern Renaissance is still beautiful, don't get me wrong, but this is just, I just like this one better. Couldn't live my life without it. It has to stay. Next up is Huda Beauty. Again, this is the new Nudes. Packaging on the outside, beautiful and pink. Whoops. Packaging on the inside, that was a bit of a mess, sorry guys, looks like this. So it's more pinky nudes versus anything else. Super, super pigmented. I love the pearlescent finish ones that are in here as well. So there's a couple of those all around the palette, and then there's mattes, and then there's a concealer in the corner here. Never used it, but I love this palette. I think it's beautiful. It looks really, really good on bridesmaids and for every day. I just think that it goes with so many different skin tones, and for, I think it's $100, it's definitely worth the money. So I would definitely repurchase that like straight away if it disappeared, because I just love it so much. Next up is, we're starting to get a bit more expensive. This is Natasha Denona Glam Palette. Now this is definitely something that I would repurchase like straight away. Super basic packaging on the front. It's plastic, super big mirror, and she looks like this on the inside. I think she's absolutely stunning. All matte? No, mattes and shimmers, they just don't have names. These are the ones that say like crease, inner corner, transition, lash line, blend, smoke. Like, for a beginner, beautiful. Like, this is the answer. This is what you want to see when you're brand new to makeup. This is it. This is the big daddy. $100 for this one. I actually don't think that's too badly priced for a Natasha Denona palette. Most of these ones are $100. Most of these ones are $100. Like, it's pretty on point for an eyeshadow palette. With 15 pans, I think it's really on point for the price, and it's Natasha Denona, so you're getting something that's a little bit bougie. And yeah, I just think that the looks that come out of this palette when I use it are absolutely stunning, and I definitely don't regret this purchase. I think it's definitely worth every penny. Now this one, everyone who doesn't have this, I don't know how you function, but it is the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original one with Morphe. I just don't know, people who aren't like die-hard makeup enthusiasts or even makeup artists who don't have this palette, I just don't know how you do it, because like the best inner corner highlights are in this palette. The best transition colors are in this palette. There are beautiful lid shades here for your bridesmaids. There's a little tiny pop of color in there. If you're feeling a little bit adventurous, it's there. But basically the entire palette is neutral, but it is neutral of everything. Like, it's just, oh, look at it. It's just so beautiful, and the quality is chef's kiss. It is stunning. It's definitely worth the money. I love this. If I ever like ran out of a single shadow in this, I just buy a whole new palette. I wouldn't even bother waiting, because if I've used a shadow up entirely, it means I like it and I know which shadow is going to go first, and I can't live without that particular shadow. So I'll probably have multiple of these in my lifetime. But if you haven't tried it, despite what you think about Jaclyn Hill, despite what you think about Morphe, you need to try that palette. It is worth it, and it's a really, really good place to start with makeup as well if you're just getting into it, because it can be overwhelming, and that's just got everything in it, so it's worth it. Now this one, I don't regret this palette whatsoever. I think it's stunning. I think the makeup artist that has this brand is literally everything, and it's Pat McGrath. Like, this is my only Pat McGrath Labs, it's upside down, this is my only Pat McGrath Labs palette. I have gotten rid of the paper component because it was really annoying me. So I don't know any of the shades or anything that's in this. I just know that this packaging could kill somebody. That's how heavy it is. But this one is like, I think it's the Midnight Mothership 5, I'm not sure. But this is what she looks like. Oh, look at that. The camera just does not do it. There we go. That's probably a little bit better, but the camera doesn't do it justice. Literally, if you are a makeup junkie, that's trying to consolidate and you want to try and get your collection down, you want high quality, awesome shadows, splurge. Do it. Do the $200. Just do it. You need this. You need this. You need this. Quite frankly, you probably don't need anything else. That's all you really need. But the point of this video was the 10 palettes that I would buy if I could only pick 10, or the only 10 palettes I would keep if I could only keep 10. But if I had to really strip it back, these are the 3. And it would have to be this Pat McGrath Labs palette. And the reason for that is because the quality of the shadows are so insane. They're so unique. They're so pigmented. They're uncomparable. They're beautiful. Like, I've only used this like twice. I need to stop like savoring things that I love the most, because it means that I don't get any use out of it. But this is honestly incredible. I want to collect more of them, but I do have some kind of level of self-control in my life, so I'm not going to. I'm very happy with this palette, and I'm going to use it until I cannot use it anymore. I love it. I definitely think it's worth the money. So that is the 10 palettes that I would give everything else up to keep. I would only have in my life for the rest of my life. I'd be happy and content if I just had these 10. I did give you a sneak peek into the only 3 that I really think that you actually need, but I mean, the point of this video, like I said, was the top 10. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like it, don't forget to subscribe. I upload every Saturday at 6 AM, so make sure to keep your eyes out for those videos when they come out. And I really appreciate you spending the day with me. And if you did make it to the end of this video, comment a love heart below, just so that I know that you made it to the end. I just think that's so cool. If someone makes it to the end and makes that comment, it just really does light up my day when I see that. So thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. If you'd like to watch some more of my content, I will have 2 more videos at the end of this one for you to click on if you would like to continue binging my stuff. But until I see you guys in my next video, I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks guys. Bye.